Shalom. This is Yudi Goldfarb and Spot in my garden today, and I want to share with you doing movements for the 11th day of the Omer Count. The spirit that matches the 11th day is Netzach Shebach Gevura. Netzach is represented by the Chirik in the Hebrew vowel system, and the shape of Gevura is the Shva. The Shva Nach is what I use, which is when you start the sound and you stop it. So it's the movements as I do them are stepping to the side from my feet being together. I step to the side. I'll make some more room for myself here. Step to the side so my feet are parallel with each other. My knees are slightly bent. I have a sense of the earth supporting me, something supporting me from above, like hanging from a string. Slightly bent, whatever's comfortable. Palms are facing back and relaxing. And Gevura is the Shva Nach. It's two dots, one dot on top of each other. So what I do for this is I turn my palms forward, make a little bit of a dip, come up right hand high, makes a dot in front of my face, and the other hand is like a dot or holding an air ball in front of my chest. Then I separate the hands and come down. And when I get to the Shva shape, I make a sound. My hands go slowly as if the air were like water. Down. So that's the Gevura movement, the base for this whole week. And the color according to the rainbow system is blue, so I'm wearing a blue skirt to represent that. But it has some yellow in it. I'm wearing a yellow top, which has to do with Netzach in the rainbow system. Netzach, which is a single dot, the Chirik, goes like this. All your fingers touch each other, making a dot in front of yourself, and then you lean forward slightly with a straight back, and spread your hands, and bend your knees. Netzach is the movement down. It has to do with your right leg. The hip, the leg, this whole area. It's the beginning of manifesting something. In terms of what we've gone through so far, this week, it's the 4th day of this week. It's 1 week plus 4 days is 11. And the 4 days we've done so far in this week is Chesed, which is the Segol, remind you, which is openness, loving kindness, abundance. We did Gevura Sheba Gevura, which was setting your boundaries and limits. We did Tiferet, which is the Cholam, which has to do with balance and harmony and aligning yourself with something larger than yourself. And now we're at Netzach, we're like a sense of purposefulness. What am I here for? What should I be doing in the world? What's the larger picture that keeps me in a way that I can persevere and endure what I need to endure in this life? So purposefulness. So this is the Chirik sound. So we combine these to make this a pure combination for today. Right near the street, so we have our trucks going by here in Spot. So I start with the day that it is. The day of the week is a Wednesday, and every Wednesday is would be a Chirik if you did the movements for it. It's Netzach, and so actually to represent the fact that every Wednesday is Chirik, it is Netzach, I wear a yellow scarf. And today I happen to find a necklace with blue and yellow to remind me what day it is of the Sephirah as I go through today. So let's do the combination. I do 3 combinations, one for the nefesh level of my soul, for unblocking it, taking care of trying to get rid of first being aware of how I behave in Netzach, Sheba Gevura, could be a sense of what purpose do my boundary settings have, my limitations, and what might be the purpose of that, what's the larger picture. It's Moshe Rabbeinu in terms of a male archetype. He saw the big picture. He was like the architect that recognized the large pattern and had a clear sense of purpose. And it's also in terms of the female chart, it could be Rivka, who had a clear sense of what the purpose was, which son was to get the blessing from Netzach. And she had a long vision. It's a place of prophecy. So we start with a Chirik, the level of nefesh, which is my physical level, which enlivens me. How does that manifest? How do I behave with this combination of Netzach, Sheba, Gevura? Gevura having boundary setting, appropriate boundary setting. It's knowing your priorities. What's the purpose of the priorities that I'm making? Could be one way of seeing today. So it's E. On the physical level, it could be, how do I eat? How do I make my eating choices? What purpose governs what kind of foods I eat? Next one is the Ruach level combination, my emotional life, my community. E. And then the Neshama, the third level, has to do with the intellect, the more spiritual priority setting. What's my long-term purpose? How do I make my decisions within the limits that I'm given? E. And it's awareness, and with that awareness, noticing the blockages, praying for the fixing and the releasing of the places where I'm not functioning appropriately in the Sephirot for today. And so my blessing to you is that you should become aware of what your purpose is in this lifetime. And why are you here? And be able to do that in a way that helps you set your priorities and helps you be able to make appropriate boundaries in limit setting. And in constricted places, asking for what the purpose of that constriction is. So all blessings to you.